Hey everybody, welcome back to some more of the Nuzlocke. It's been, I don't know, less than a week since we last played. Don't know if this will be a super long stream, just because, get on that water. Don't know if this will be a super long stream, just because I've been getting a lot of headaches lately, just from neck tension. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Let's do a quick little recap on our team and who we have in front. So we have Cool Spot in front right now. We were leveling him. I want to get more levels on Shadow, so maybe I should put him out front. Ugh, hiccups. Okay, I want to catch a Tangela. I think I was told the only encounter here is Tangela. God, sorry, I got the hiccups, and it's the worst timing because I was not hiccuping until I hit the record button. Okay, I'm just gonna put it to sleep right away. What's it gonna do to me? I'm poison type. The only thing it can hit me with is Vine Whip. Okay, that was more damage than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, well, it can't do anything to me now. Yes, you will be a Tangela if we don't accidentally make it faint, which would be tragic. Because, you know, visual stuff is an Arcanine. Okay, well, I'm not gonna Flame Wheel. I don't think a Bite will make it faint. Let's be like crit. There we go. I don't like the Poison Powder, but it's fine. Alright, let's catch it. I had a moment when I was checking my bag there where I felt like, where my brain was like, wait a minute, did I remember to stock up on Pokeballs? Yes, I did, thankfully. Why is Electivire like Robotnik? I don't know why they decided that. I mean, fucked if I know. I'm not a designer. Use a netball! I wish I had. As we all know, netballs are the greatest ball. Ugh. No, I mean, how is he like Robotnik? Oh, just look at a picture of Dr. Robotnik and look at a picture of Electivire. It's like the head. I don't know if like modern Robotnik looks like that. I'm thinking of like Sega Genesis Robotnik. Not the body shape, it's all in the head. Although the body shape a little bit. Alright, this is agonizing. I gotta actually switch. Why is Sandslash a hedgehog that lives underground? I don't know. The better question is, why didn't it make it into Hedgehogs Underground? To deal with hiccups, I usually take a deep breath and hold it for a minute. Like a whole minute? I don't know if I can hold my breath for a whole minute. That sounds like a long time. I guess I've never tried. Not a swimmer. My breathing isn't great in the first place, but that's because I've got bad sinuses. Dude, what is the catch rate of Tangela? This is brutal. Oh man, that crit. Oh, get off of me. He's healing. That's gonna make it even worse. This is insane. Oh god, I'm like running out of Pokemon that aren't weak to grass. Hold on, I have Recover on Cool Spot, right? I have Recover. I can last a while here. Well, I haven't hiccuped in a little while, so I think I'm fine. What is going on? I'd hit it again to, like, soften it up a little, but I don't think I could safely do that. Nah, I would make it faint if I tried that. The crazy thing is I'm probably not even putting it on my team. Tangela with Great Ball is like 20% chance. I've done it like 7 or 8 times. This is brutal. At what point do I just say fuck it and make it faint? I don't think I'm catching this. Yeah, it feels closer to 2%. What the hell's going on? I'm gonna run out of Great Balls. How many did I have at the beginning of this? Like 15? Oh my god. No, not every time is a new 20%, in fairness. Oh, I got synchronized! Oh no, it's poisoned! It might faint before I can catch it! Come on. Yeah, it's not a new 20% every time because it healed a bit off Absorb, which makes the odds worse. Oh, thank God. Okay. Could you imagine if it fainted off synchronized poison before we got to catch it? Oh my God. Yeah, I'm gonna nickname it. Okay, let me look over here and get the spelling. There we go. Man, that was a close call. That was insane. I'm gonna heal immediately because he poisoned like the whole team. Deserves a place in your party? I don't know who to replace. Don't get me wrong, I like Tangela. It has growth, doesn't it? I think it has growth in this game, which can potentially make it quite good. What was I gonna talk about again? Oh yeah, right, I think it was last stream I was talking about the soundtrack and asking like what's people's opinions. And the general opinion is they like the soundtrack, but they wish it had more songs because it loops too quickly. Yeah, I can understand that. And I have a lot of stock music I could use. And like video game tracks and stuff like that. So I need to just give it some time and look through my folders and figure out what songs I really want for my music playlist on the streams. Because right now it's just a thrown together thing of like, I have a playlist of music that I discovered through like Red Letter Media. I like, whenever I stumble across stock music that I know from another channel, sorry, who was it? It was Seeking, okay. I like to throw together a playlist of it because it's just fun. So I just throw this on because it's all like stock music I have. I could probably use some of these songs and then also use like video game tracks and other stock music I have and put together a proper streaming playlist. Because I had one back in the day, but I only ever had to use it for pre-streams, so it's only like 5 or 6 songs long. It's also not hooked up properly right now because like it was on a different directory. All right, enough with the spamming in the chat. Anyway, play Quads of Glory on loop. Learning Nightshade. I do want Nightshade. Okay, I'm never gonna use Spite, am I? That's like so specific. If you didn't have to worry about copyright, play Manowar, Sabaton, Powerwolf. I mean, I don't feel like it would really fit, I'm gonna be honest. Power metal mentioned. I mean, I like some songs I know from those people. I like, I've heard some Sabaton in some Paradox games, and I thought it was pretty good. Ooh, Flail's potentially really dangerous. Not on a random low-leveled Guldeen, but, you know, that's one of those moves that could really sneak up on you. Got a copyright strike with music from Black too, but not from other games. What the heck? Yeah, I've actually, okay, so I've heard of people getting copyright strikes from Pokemon music. I've never had it happen before. If it happened to me, that'd probably be pretty bad, considering I've used it in many, 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 many videos now. However, I think I'm in the clear. One, because I'm allowed to... I use the music from the game that it's in. And so they can't argue that I'm just poaching the music. No, I'm allowed to review the contents of the game that I'm playing. So I can fight that through what's it called? I can fight that through fair use. Sorry, brain's not working. Okay, I don't like this. Whew, that was bad. That was really scary. I think Gym Lead is gonna be fine here. I guess I'm using double slap. There we go. No, that was a close call. You want to challenge with a pre-evolution of Water Onyx with Flail, so yeah, scary move. Yeah, no, it's one of those moves where it really sneaks up on you because, you know, you look like you're gonna one-shot or you look like your hit is gonna finish them off. It leaves them with a sliver and they're using Flail, so all of a sudden, a move that's supposed to have, like, you know, you were expecting to not even hit you, suddenly hits you for, like, crazy power. And also, in terms of Magikarp, I mean, Flail's like the only usable move it has. Tackle is nothing special, especially in those earlier games when it was a little weaker. And obviously, Splash doesn't do anything. I don't like this. I'm gonna try one shot at Hypnosis. Okay, cool. Tangela will return in your darkest hour. How's the run so far? It's going okay. Oh, I forgot, someone was asking earlier if I could set up like an on-screen death count. I mean, it hasn't changed. It's 3, if I remember right. Should be 3. But, yeah, I probably should set that up at some point. Have you ever been to any conventions? No, I haven't. I don't really travel, I just work. I stay home and I do my job. That's what I do all day, basically every day. I was gonna say all day, every day, but no, I take like a couple days off a month. You know, like I had a day off last week? Hold on, what's today? Today's Wednesday? Yeah, I had Sunday off, because that was Easter Sunday. I took that day off to hang out with my mom. She came over, I made a whole bunch of desserts, and we hung out, and me, her, and my girlfriend all played Victoria 3 together. She's been wanting to learn that game for ages, so we had our second session all together, Victoria 3. And it was mostly just me and my girlfriend teaching her Victoria 3. She was having a fun time with it. It's great. Had a lot of nice desserts and stuff. I made my peanut butter oat cup things, my peanut butter chocolate oat cups. Oh yeah, I'm so used to skipping these guys because, you know, Pokemon challenges, I usually don't need to fight these guys, unless I really need the levels. Yeah, I'm used to skipping them. No, I kind of like doing the trainer battles in the Nuzlocke, because, like, I feel like, okay, grinding is, there's no challenge to that. The trainers, there's, like, a real threat. Those are the exciting battles, you know? Like, do I want to win the run? Yeah, obviously I want to win the run, but I also want some danger, right? And I'm gonna get danger if I do a lot of the battles. Oh, thank you for the $20. Pershath. Hey, if you resurrect Aerodactyl, can you name it after me? I'm gonna do other, if you're gonna do any other fossil, that's totally cool, and you don't need to. I don't want to influence your choice. Well, the fossils are from different locations, so surely I'm allowed to revive both of the fossils, right? And yes, I can, thank you. But yeah, I mean, look, if I was only allowed to choose one fossil, I would pick Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl's fantastic. Okay, that wasn't so bad, but if he crits me, then it is so bad. Oh, but Gym Lead wouldn't do shit. Oh, you know what? Surf might do an okay amount just because I think Shelter's special defense is pretty low. In Gen 8, Magikarp can learn Hydro Pump and Bounce? Wow, I never thought they were going to add new moves to it. Okay. No, Bounce, great move. Hydro Pump, unreliable, but obviously there's use there. Being your own boss is hard. Most people are harsh on themselves more than a real boss. There is truth to that. Happy Pokemon Champions release day, lol. What's Pokemon Champions? Sorry, there is truth to what you're saying there. But, okay. Being your own boss is still a million times better than having a shitty boss. I don't think there's any debate there. Now, is being your own boss better than having a great boss? Probably not, but it depends on your job. Because, okay, the thing with being your own boss is being the boss is a very, very different job depending on what the literal job is, right? Some bosses have it very easy. Some bosses have it really hard. Some bosses have a very difficult job of they have a lot to do and it's very important and they're very reliant on other people to get this job done, but those other people have no idea the responsibility and the depth of the boss's job. And so they often don't respect it or don't support them, essentially, or don't understand why their own job performance can affect this boss so much. That's especially true if we're talking about like a small store or something like that. Okay, I don't like this situation. That's especially true if it's something like you're working in a small store and your boss, okay, Flail's not going to do much because, yeah. You're working in a small store and your boss is the guy who owns the store. Okay, your job performance can affect his ability to pay his mortgage. That matters a lot to him and his family, you know? But then there's also bosses where they work for some big company and they're essentially some low-ranking job in it. And it doesn't matter too much and they're just a hard ass. Both of these things exist. Okay, yeah, I'm not fucking around with this one. I'm not taking a risk. I'm gonna just blitz him with Psychic. As for being your own boss, I mean, what being your own boss is like, largely depends on you, your work ethic, and what your job is. One thing... There is a guy, so some people know I like Five Nights at Freddy's. Been a big fan of Five Nights at Freddy's ever since it came out back in 2015, I want to say it was. Love Five Nights at Freddy's, think it's a cool as hell franchise. I don't really know the new games too well, the ones that aren't directly made by Scott. I'm more of like the original games kind of guy. And I'm really into the lore more than anything. I actually haven't like played the games, but I know them inside and out. I don't think I'd be good at them, because it's one thing to know them and it's another thing to play them. No, I really like those games. I really like the lore. I really like the theory videos and everything. I watch quite a few FNAF theorists. And the funny thing about FNAF theories is that some of the people doing it are like my age, you know, early 30s. No, I haven't seen the movies. Yeah, some of the people who are into it are like my age, you know, early 30s. You know, basically the age of the people who did the Let's Plays and the videos of it on the games when they were new. But then there's also a lot of like young YouTubers who are like early 20s, even in like their teens, who do videos on FNAF and do really well. And it's really interesting seeing this generational divide. Well, there was, so my algorithm knows I like my FNAF theory videos, and so sometimes like small channels who've only done a few videos or like are really small, I'm talking under 100 subscribers sometimes, will sometimes pop up on my homepage, and whenever I see those, I always click them, because I want to see like, you know, I like checking out really small channels because you never know what you're gonna find. And sometimes you find some really good shit. I've made some good friends by finding really small YouTube channels where they clearly really gave a shit and they clearly like had something, you know, diamond in the rough kind of thing, where like they don't have much practice in yet. They're not great at everything yet. They're still figuring things out, but you can tell, as me, someone who's done this for 15 years full time, that I can look at that and I can say that is a diamond in the rough. That is someone who has real potential, and I want them to know that. So I reach out and I talk to them a little bit. There was a guy the other day. He had a FNAF video on my homepage, had like a couple thousand views. And it was pointing at a door in FNAF and saying like, this door is really important or something like that. And it ended up being like a quick 7-8 minute video just talking about different doors in different FNAF fan games and talking about how the mechanics of the door works and how like, despite, you know, the way FNAF doors work in FNAF 1, where it was just like a resource management thing, how so many FNAF fan games have taken the concept of opening and closing a door and used it in such unique ways mechanically, not just as resource management. And it was really fascinating. It was really cool. And I noticed he was a really small YouTuber. And he promoted his Discord in the video. He just said like real quick and like, oh, by the way, join the Discord. And like no one ever does that when people say to do that, to be honest. So I, the weirdo who likes to reach out to people when I think that they did a really good job, I check his channel and it's like, okay, he's really small. He probably hasn't gotten much feedback from other YouTubers. I'd love to give him some feedback because in the video he said like, hey, by the way, I'm new to this. Can you give me some feedback? And he was already getting feedback on how the music was a bit too loud. He said in the comments, like one of his previous videos, the music was a bit too quiet. So I commented and I let him know like what I've learned over the years of like, okay, this is the decibels you're aiming for the peak of your music and everything. Try and get it within this and then play it by ear from there. By the way, you did a really good job and everything. And I said hamburger because he put a thing at the bottom of the description that says no one reads this if you read this right, hamburger. I read the description. I'm nice like that. Anyway, so he promoted his Discord. I'm like, oh, okay. So I went on his YouTube page and I found his Discord in there and I joined the Discord server. There's like 30 people in there. And I joined in and I said like, hey dude, I just saw your video. Congratulations. And he's like, oh, thanks. And then someone immediately, I guess, checked my page and posted a screenshot of my sub count and just said, holy shit. So it turns out this guy is like literally a teenager. He's like 17 years old. He's already been doing videos for a few years. So I joined in. I see this guy is like literally a teenager. And I just like, dude, you're 17? I started doing YouTube videos when I was 17, like 15 or 16 years ago or something. You're already doing like as well as I was like 3 years into full-time YouTube. You're doing a good job. You're on the right track. If you want to bounce ideas off me, you know, inbox is open. And he seemed thankful. So, yeah, no. Dude, there are some talented-ass young people out there now. It is unbelievable. Man, I can only imagine that there's better resources now for, I should probably buy some Repel, shouldn't I? I can only imagine that there's very good resources out there for learning video editing now that every kid wants to be a YouTuber. Because, like, you know, I learned how to edit video when I was in high school. I had a class called Communications Technology, Comtech. And it was just, you're filming on a camcorder and you're learning how to edit in Premiere Elements 7. So that's how I learned how to edit, was through that. And, like, I made, like, videos in high school and stuff, but it wasn't up on this YouTube channel. It would have been, like, Blip TV and stuff like that, which isn't around anymore. Oh, the out-of-memory issue just happened. Hold on, I'm restarting my chat. Okay, I can see again, sorry. My whole chat broke for a second. Man, YouTube's never gonna fix that, are they? That issue has been happening for years now. It happens to, like, several of my friends, too. Unfucking believable. Yeah, so no, there's like some, you know, I should just link the guy, shouldn't I? What was the username? It's like Flame something, Flameworks Studio. He does game development and like, not just FNAF videos. He also does videos talking about video game mechanics in general. Oh, I just went on his Discord to grab his link and he was screenshotting showing that he just passed 1,000 subs. That's awesome. I just congratulated him. Let me grab his channel link. Flameworks. Flameworks Studio is the @ Yeah, the video is called This Video is About a Door. It was 6 minutes long. Ah, I thought it was a fun watch. There you go. Go give that guy a sub. And, you know, if you end up liking the show, then stay subbed. If it ends up not being your thing, you can clear it out later. But, no, have fun. Not the pre-stream, just deep in thought. Yeah, sorry. Another streamer I watched had to abandon YouTube streaming entirely because some weird interaction with his setup bricked OBS. Jesus, that's brutal. Yeah, YouTube's never gonna fix a problem, are they? Really respect your work ethic and your sacrifice despite your health journey. Keep up the great work. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, go sub to that guy. I thought the video was really fun, and I've been checking out a little bit of his other stuff, and it's been fun. I like it. Okay, so I guess I could catch Pokemon on the route out east, which I think I want to get Tentacool. I could go to Seafoam Islands. That would be another catch. And obviously I can catch a Pokemon in the Pokemon Mansion here. I'm guessing I'm only allowed one, not like in each room or whatever. Hey, is this just because I have this in a big resolution? This doesn't say gym. It says Oy. O-Y-H. It more clearly says O-Y-H over here. I don't even think it's an M. Okay, this one might be an M. This one is not an M. It's 3 pixels tall, and the dot is in the middle. That's just an H. And it's definitely an O at the beginning as well. I don't see a tail on that G. I don't see a capital G. It's just an O. O-Y-H. If I like make the game bigger. No, that's just O-Y-H. What does it look like when I make it bigger like that for you guys? Hold on, let me check. No, that's just O-Y-H. That's crazy. On the sign, it's really blatant, but the sign's half cut off for you guys when I do that. Sorry, what I was doing was I was maximizing the window so that it's the size of my monitor. I was blowing up the sign into 2K to look at it. You know what? You know what? I have a solution here. Let me screenshot this. Okay, and I will take that screenshot and put it on screen. I accidentally just made a new scene. That was the wrong button. I meant... Sorry, they moved things. I meant to open a new source, not a new scene. Okay, sort by date. O-Y-H. It's an H. It's 3 pixels tall. There's 1 pixel in the middle. I don't know. They just didn't have room, I guess, and they didn't want to make the sign bigger. That's crazy. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I guess it's just a problem with how small it is. Anyway. Yeah. I don't have that link anymore because I made a screenshot and that takes up your copy paste. There we go. Yeah, sub to that guy. I thought the videos were fun. It's not all FNAF stuff, in case you're only into FNAF. I think he even said that his next video is not FNAF. No, be good to new YouTubers. Not that he's like super new. Apparently he's been doing this for a few years. But be good to new YouTubers, help them out. Give them honest and good feedback, constructive criticism, you know. Shit like that's worth doing. Okay, we need to go get our Aerodactyl. And I need to name it Pershath. Pershath. Hope I'm saying that right. 3 black pixels at the top indicating M. Yeah, I know they tried. It just doesn't look like an M. Oh, I don't have my cut Pokemon, do I? No, I think it's Meowth who's my cut Pokemon. Revive the fossil? Yeah, that's the plan. OYH stands for Oi, you harlot. Okay, let's fast forward a little while I get this. Chunk of Ember contains Pokemon DNA. Colleagues have ignored what I say. A favor to ask, I want you to get this examined at the Pokemon lab. Yep, and then I'll never give it back. In fact, you're never going to talk to me ever again. You're saying it right? Cool. Get out a non-backlit GBA to compare. Ooh. I do not miss those days of having to have a light on your screen. Oh my god. The Game Boy Advanced SP was such an innovation, just having that backlight. Oh my god, it was such an improvement, it's unreal. Alright. Sorry, Meowth, I really don't need you on the team. I feel like we're kind of too low of a level for this area. Maybe I should go to a different area first. It was the last room, right? I think it's this guy. I'm an important doctor. Yep, this is the guy. That's the Helix fossil, is it? Oh, I meant to do... Hold on. Yeah. Old Amber. Okay, I think I just have to leave the building and then come back in. Yep. Yay! Okay, I've got the spelling over here on the other monitor where the event thing is. Pershath. There we go. Now, Aerodactyl is a fantastic Pokemon. I should probably put it on the team. I just don't know if I want to replace Pidgeotto. Or Pidgeot, right? No, it's still Pidgeotto. Wait, when does it evolve into Pidgeot? Like 36? Oh, thank you, Dolphy, for the tenor. Don't know if you care about ice hockey. I don't. But the Utah Mammoth turned the 2002 Olympic Zamboni into the Zammoth, a Zamboni that looks like a blue mammoth. Okay. Did you know that Stone Cold Steve Austin once rode a Zamboni to the ring, and they did a flying clothesline off of it? That was pretty cool. Oh yeah, I hope I remember to do this. If I don't remember to do this, yell at me later. But I want to put the link to the Flameworks channel in the description of the YouTube video when the YouTube version goes up. Revealing my age, but I had the light accessory for Game Boy Color. Yeah, I had that too, but man, did it ever drain the battery. What about switching Poco Loco for Aerodactyl? I like having a ground type on the team, though. Speaking of having a ground type on the team, I should probably level him up a little bit more and use him for the fire gym. He'll be great in the fire gym. But did it look like a plain rectangle Zamboni, or did it look like a mascot? The first thought so. Wait, what happened to the Eevee? Dead. It died. Hey, it didn't last long at all. I think it died in the same episode I got it, didn't it? I don't remember what killed it. I don't remember anymore. Was it Explosion? Was that the one that got blown up? I think that was the one that got blown up. Yeah, I still need to do the Psychic Gym, but I can't do that until I beat Silph Co. So right now, if we were doing the game perfectly in order, the next place would be Silph Co. And honestly, I probably should. You need an encounter every route, or you get an encounter every route. Why so indecisive? Because I don't want to go into an area I'm not ready for yet. And I feel like I'm not ready for the fire gym yet. And a lot of the trainers on that water route there actually were kind of dangerous. We're not great against water types right now, ever since the loss of Ivysaur. I'm gonna go into Silph Co and just fight a trainer and remind myself what the hell level they are. Because I don't remember. Yeah, this isn't Gen 1 Blaine. Gen 3 Blaine, he's not like the greatest trainer ever or whatever, but like he's not a pushover. RK9 with Fire Blast is never a pushover. RK9 with Extreme Speed and Fire Blast is not a pushover. I feel like Poco Loco should actually do pretty well here. It's a lot of Zubats. I don't expect to, like, randomly take a huge amount of damage, you know? This is probably a good place to get our levels up. I don't like Bite. Because that's special in this game. So it bypasses our high defense. And we don't resist Dark. Yeah, Blaine Super Potion at full health for the win. Fun fact, in pro wrestling, FTW means fuck the world. And it predates For the Win by, like, a decade. Never played Let's Go. Surprised there's no Rival Fivel. I've played a bit of Let's Go, but I have not done that part of the game. The first time I played it was with Suki when she came to visit once, and Suki had already beaten the game, so we were, like, in Celadon Cave. You know, that might be the only time I played it, actually. I know my girlfriend has beaten the game before. I think she's gonna replay it soon, too. Did you find the Rock Tunnel guy teaches Rock Slide, basically the best rock move you can get? It is probably the best rock move you can get in this game. I know where he is. I didn't go learn it from him. I probably should. I'm looking forward to getting Earthquake. Earthquake is from Giovanni in this game, right? Am I right in thinking that? I goofed. Okay, let's I think it was this floor. Nope. It was the previous floor, isn't it? Dude, I'm gonna... What floor was it with the healing? Was it really up here? Oh, it's this floor, yeah. Oh, but I need the key card first. That's right. I don't like this. There's a battle with blue here, but not the rival. Oh, sorry. I forgot your rival and blue are not the same person in that game. Yeah, I know where the key card is. I play this game like every week of my life. I know where the key card is. It's floor 5 at the bottom, past that one dude. Then you go back to floor 3. You open that one door. There's only 2 mandatory trainers in this whole place. Well, one is technically not even mandatory, but there isn't really much avoiding him. He turns randomly. I was looking for... You don't have it memorized by now? Okay, well, the usual way that I do this is I go to floor 5 and I get the key card. I go to floor 3 and I go through the doors on the left, and that teleporter will take you to the back side of the healing room. And then I grind from there. Oh. It might be, I forgot how many times you played. Yeah, like, how many... Okay, you know what? I want to check. I'm going to check something. I'm going to type Fire Red on my YouTube channel. How many Fire Red videos do I have? Okay, not counting Dragon Ball Z Team Training, because that is, because Dragon Ball Z Team Training is like, is a ROM hack of Fire Red. So I'm not counting that. I have done 56 challenges in Pokemon Fire Red. Now, I would check... Oh, no, I could still check this. I might check Red. It says I have 132 results, but that's gonna also be counting all the Fire Red videos, because the word red is in the title. That's also counting draft videos, because there's a few of those still up, unlisted. Does it include, like, any Let's Plays with red in the title? I'm just scrolling through. Oh, and it's a little bit inflated, because there's a few, like, random ancient, there's a few random ancient, videos with red in the title. Like, I have an episode of Monaco, What's Yours Is Mine, that's called The Red Carpet. Or... I have Red Right Hand, Resident Evil 4 Part 20, you know? Walking the Red Carpet, Hitman Gameplay Part 2, you know? Duck Dynasty Episode 4 is called Redneck Golf, yeah. So there's like 10 or 15 videos out of those that aren't red or Fire Red. So over the course of the last few years, I have beaten Kanto, not counting gold and heart gold runs. I don't count that, even though I'm kind of beating Kanto in those. I have beaten Kanto over 100 times in the last few years. It is something I do at least once a month. Fuck you. I'm saying Duck Dynasty made the noise in my head? That's amazing. That noise? Yeah, I'm switching. I can't do Cool Spot. They're gonna bite me. Why always red over green and gold over silver? Well, if you mean fire red over leaf green, I'm guessing probably not just regular red over regular green, because that's like Japanese. Red over green and gold over silver, because I figured that they're both basically the exact same in terms of doing solo challenges. So what I did was, when I was a few runs in and they started blowing up big, and I realized, okay, you know, this is basically my job now, is doing the Pokemon challenges. That's how I support the family now. I decided, okay, I'm going to do a little bit of Google research into what versions of these games get searched the most, so that I can most efficiently make sure that the people who want to see these challenges are able to find them. So what I did was I started using... Google has this thing where you can type in multiple search terms and compare their popularity. So I type like Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Yellow. Look at the graphs. Then I search Pokemon Gold, Pokemon Silver, Pokemon Crystal. Look at the graphs. And all I did was I picked the most searched one of each one of those. Because I figured, okay, if someone were to sit down and they decide, hey, I want to see someone, like, I like video game challenges because it was a trend at the time. If someone were to sit down and say, I want to watch a video game challenge with my favorite video game, which is Pokemon, insert generation here, then they're most likely to have played the one that got Googled the most. So it is most likely they played Red, not Green. So I do Red. It's most likely they played Gold, not Silver, so they play Gold. Now, the funny thing about that is you'd think that Gold would be the most sold one, and you'd also think that Gold would be the most searched one. Well, it was the most searched one when I checked, but years later, some of the sales info was talked about. We don't have the exact sales info. I don't think, at least. Some of it was talked about by people at Game Freak or Nintendo, one of the two. And it turns out that it was actually, hold on, I should go heal, shouldn't I? Do I have many healing items? Apparently Silver sold better than Gold. Here we go. Okay. I don't remember if this guy fights you only when you talk to him or if he can just look at you and fight you. So this guy right here, yeah, is technically not a mandatory trainer because he turns a lot, but like, you've got very little control over whether you fight him or not. But there is only one mandatory train. Well, okay, no, that's not true. I was gonna say there's one mandatory trainer in here. There's one mandatory trainer leading to the rival fight. After the rival fight, there's one mandatory trainer leading to Giovanni. Yes, Crystal's the worst-selling mainland Pokemon game. Now, that's not to say it was a failure. It still made crazy money compared to the budget. But yes, it's the worst-selling mainline Pokemon game. I had Crystal. I liked it. God damn. Okay. I guess you could say it sold better by a sliver. I get what you did there. MDB, you should try Pokemon MD, A Dark Past, a ROM hack of Explorers of the Sky. It's telling the origin story of the characters from Explorers of Sky. Very good story. I may check that out one day, but I haven't even played Explorer of the Sky yet. Or Explorers of Sky, sorry. I haven't even played that yet, and I want to, because everyone tells me it's the best one. And I really liked Blue Rescue Team. So if this one's even better than that, then, you know, I'm gonna have a great time. Ah, he can fight you when he just sees you, okay. I can see people being more into Lugia than Ho-Oh, but it's odd to me to think that Silver was selling better than Gold. Yeah. To be honest, I think Ho-Oh's cooler than Lugia, but I like both of them. When I was growing up, I had... You know, it's funny. Okay, until this very moment we're having right now, I always said that I grew up with Gold. And I feel like I did, but I remember having Lugia. Okay, you know what? You know what's probably happening is I also had Crystal, and you can get both of the legendaries in that. I'm probably just conflating the memories. How's Sugi doing? Well, I think. Last time we talked, it was fine. It was just, you know, she's really busy. She's been really busy streaming, like, constantly. So, I think good. Don't like Lugia, his wings have separate fingers and it weirds me out. Well, now that you said that, it's probably gonna weird me out too. I'm gonna stay in. If I get paralyzed, then whatever, synchronize. There we go. Yeah, Lugia is available at 70 in gold, that is true. At least I think it's 70. You can catch Lugia in gold, it's endgame. Oh, okay. I misremembered then. Okay, it's entirely possible it was gold then. Because I seem to remember I had gold and my sister had silver. And in Gen 1, I had blue and she had red. And then, you know, we both had yellow, but like she barely played it and I played it a ton. Same with Crystal. Okay, I need to go heal. Thanks for remembering to name Ghastly Shadow. Hope it does well. Thank you. In fact, I should have it at the front of the party because I'm trying to help it level up. But I also want to level up Graveler. Well, we're splitting the experience. You're also a Golden Crystal kid? Okay. Any deaths so far? 3. Double tail whip. I'm still not expecting to take much damage, but, you know, be wary. Ooh, little nerve pain in the chest there. I'm good. It's just up here. Sternum. Does Visual stuff have... He has Bite. There's a bed to heal on the 3rd floor of Silph. No need to go to the Pokemon Center. 3rd floor? I only know of the one you can heal at in, like, the 9th floor. That's the one I'm going to right now. Fuck. Any more plans for a Super Mario Get Together? Yeah, I do want to do that at some point. That's like a fun, chill game. Getting weirdly lucky with magnitudes. Usually 9s are rare, but you got 2 in a row. So how rare are they? I actually don't know the math on that. I'm on the 3rd floor right now because there's a teleport here that takes you to the 9th floor that gets you really close to that bed. Although I guess I don't need to do that now that I think about it because I already cleared out the guard on the other side. Was rewatching one of your old videos recently, came across a 5-minute rant about how Nuzlocks aren't fun to you. Are you enjoying this? Yes. I feel like 100 times per stream now I have to explain why I've been enjoying this Nuzlocke. I'll just say it again. New people are coming in all the time. I always thought that I didn't like Nuzlocks because I tried a Nuzlocke with like a super randomized Nuzlocke with one of my friends a really long time ago, like a decade ago. I didn't find it very fun. Got like, I don't know, 3 hours into it or something. I just didn't find it very fun. It was constantly restarting. It was random crits and bullshit, and everything's heavily randomized. So I always thought I'm just not a randomizer, or not a Nuzlocke guy. What it turns out is that, no, I actually really enjoy the Nuzlocke. This Nuzlocke is really fun. What I don't enjoy is the heavy randomization where every move and every ability is randomized. That's what made it not fun. Yeah. And then, like, I did a bunch of randomizers back in the day with What a Geek. And slowly what I realized from that is, man, I don't like when it's this heavily randomized. There's probably some randomizer options I would like, but, like, when it's that heavily randomized, I get sick of it. Motherfucker, poison gas never hits. Are you kidding me? It is I, the first man in human history to get hit by poison gas. More like, what a jerk. Wow, you got him. How you enjoying your Nuzlocke? I'm gonna shoot my brain with a gun. I think you're being sarcastic. I choose to interpret it as sarcasm, because it's better than the alternative. You still remember What Geek's reaction to his starter having Truant as an ability in the black one? Yeah, that was ridiculous. Genuinely, what are the odds of that? Like, how many Pokemon abilities were in that game, and the one he gets is Truant? Watched all the other VODs of this. Been fun to watch. Also went back and watched a few old LPs as well. Thank you! What old LPs did you watch? I'm always excited to hear what Let's Plays people have watched on the channel, so I'm very proud of them. Enjoying the slow serenading music in the background? Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a new music playlist before the next stream. At least I'm gonna try and find the time too, because I have a lot of music to listen to, you know? Did you got the Manbar Pokemon from the Fighting Dojo? No, actually, I haven't gone to the Fighting Dojo yet. So normally the path I take through Silph Co is I immediately walk to floor 5, I pick up the key card. I walk down here, I fight this guy, I open this door, I go through that teleport, I fight the dude, I go to the bed. And then I come back and I start going through the place to like fight trainers. Because this teleport right here takes you to the rival fight. And then after the rival fight is one trainer and then Giovanni, and then you're done the whole dungeon. So you can beat this whole dungeon really, really fast. The minimum amount of fights you can do in Silph Co is 4. 2 mandatory trainers and then Rival and Giovanni. However, realistically, you're probably going to get 5 fights because one of the non-mandatory trainers is really hard to avoid. So, King's Quest 5 and 6 and Nancy Drew. Okay, you picked some of the best ones. Good choice. My son and I love watching your Pokemon challenges together. That's awesome. I love that. A lot of people tell me that. I don't know how old your son is. But fair warning. Sorry, I didn't sleep very well. Fair warning. In every single video on the entire channel, other than the challenges, I swear like a sailor. Because I know some people watch with like their little kids, and they probably shouldn't hear that. No, okay, so this is the thing, right? So sorry, I just reflexively went to go run back to the Poke Center while talking. I don't need to do that. Also, aren't I healthy? Yes. So I've tried like a million side series. He's old enough where swears are fine. Okay, cool. So I was, or I still am, an old school Let's Player. But when I say was, the channel started with that. And it was the core of the channel for like the whole first 10 to 11 years. And I still love doing them, which is why I'm doing one right now. I'm doing Pokemon Ultra Moon A Journey, which is a Let's Play. It's just a very in-depth Let's Play. I should have sent in Poliwhirl. Whatever. Doesn't matter. He can't Bone Club me, at least. I don't like that he might crit, though. So, done a million Let's Plays. Rage is really weak. Yeah, I'm fine. Where was I going with this? I did a million Let's Plays, but also throughout the years, like, I just do videos that I like doing. So naturally, I don't just do Let's Plays. I also, like, would try other things. You know, I'd like see a genre of video and be like, oh, I kind of want to like try that as a side thing. That might be fun. You know, I did creepypasta readings for a few years on the side. And I stopped doing those at some point because I'm like, I'm not very good at them. I'm not really having fun with it. I've done like 100 of them, probably more than 100. And it just wasn't my thing, you know? But I gave it a go. They were really popular for my show for a while, more popular than anything else I did. But yeah, eventually I just stopped because I just wasn't having fun with it. So I tried all kinds of little things over the years just to see what do I have fun with. And, that's how I started doing Pokemon challenges it was just a little side fun thing. But every time I did one of those side fun things, I always wanted to like try and challenge myself to learn a new skill set. And, that kind of naturally happens with some of these, like some of these were my first time doing scripted content. So I would just try all these new things. And when I first saw some Pokemon challenges, and I'm like, man, that'd be really fun to do, actually. I want to give that a try and just do my own spin on it. And I did, and it turned out doing really well. And for a while, it was very influential. A lot of people, I'm good as long as it didn't crit. Okay, yeah, even if it crit, I would have been fine. So I decided the new thing I'm gonna try with the Pokemon Challenge is, can I be funny without swearing? Because I'd already done scripted stuff by that point, and I don't think I'm great at scripted stuff, but I was like, okay, can I still be funny without swearing? Because I swear a lot just naturally. So I wrote scripts that like it's not that they're kid-friendly by any intention. I still make very inappropriate jokes sometimes. But I was like, okay, I'm just not gonna swear. Does it feel wrong if I'm not swearing? Is that an integral part of me and my show? And the answer is no, it's not an integral part, because no one even noticed at first that I wasn't swearing in them. It wasn't important, you know? Here's a trainer. Help, I'm a Silph employee, and then he immediately fights me. Yeah, so then I stuck with it, because a few challenges in, when it started blowing up, I had a whole bunch of people saying like, hey, I love that your show is so clean. I watch with my little kids. And I'm like, oh man, now I feel kind of like morally obligated to not swear. Which is funny because in my second ever Pokemon Challenge, when I was, my Sunkern one, I think that was my second one. In my Sunkern one, when I was promoting my Twitter one of the times, I play a Twitter video of me taking a bite of a gigantic knockoff Reese peanut butter cup and saying, it's shit. That's just in the video. There was like a video I did like years in. Because here's the thing, I always say like, this show is not like for kids. It's just I don't swear in those videos. I'm still inappropriate because I think it's funny. I did a video with Dratini in Pokemon. It was either Red or Fire Red. And I said that I'm rapping my way to victory. It must have been Red then. That I'm rapping my way to victory. Like, you know, I'm using the word rap to beat the rock gym. And then I thought, because I wrote the line in my script, and I thought like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if like I could rap my way to victory, like musically rap my way to victory, but I can't rap. And then I remembered, oh, wait a minute. I just became friends with Lucy Pyre, like, a couple weeks before that. And this is before she was famous. She's way more famous than me now. This is before she was famous, because believe it or not, her first YouTube video that she did on her channel was a Pokemon challenge where she shouted out me, and it was inspired by me. And she sheepishly tweeted it at me for me to see it, and then she was blown away when I saw it. Of course I saw it. No, I thought that was really sweet. Anyway, so I messaged her, and I knew that she was like really musically talented. That was kind of like part of her gimmick back then, was that she'd write a little song in her videos, and she was really good at it. I don't know if she still does that at all. Now she mostly does like VTuber goon bait. But I don't know if her viewers have any idea how musically talented she is. I don't know if she incorporates that in her streams nowadays. I pop in every once in a blue moon and lurk a little. Anyway, she's too busy to talk to little old me anymore. I rarely hear from her, but I get the feeling she rarely gets back to DMs in general from people. She still likes my tweets sometimes. We're probably fine. Anyway, so I messaged her and I'm like, hey, I have this line. Would it be too much to ask you if you could make a Dratini rap of me rapping my way to victory? And she threw it together in like minutes. Like, it was unbelievable how fast and easy she did that. And I just put it in the video with no context whatsoever. And people to this day, anytime they watch it, they're like, what the fuck just happened? MDB, why the gym sign? I think you'll find that's an OYH sign. Yeah, to this day, I don't even know if people watch that now and know that that's Lucy, because her VTuber model is different now. No, that was funny. But like, the song she made, she was like, do I need to make it clean? And I said, just have fun with it. Do whatever you want. And she made a song about me clapping cheeks across Kanto. I said, make it feel like a Lucy Pyre song. And so that's what she made it. So when I say, like, I don't make the show for kids, I'm just not swearing. That's for real. The shopping spree song and from the Magikarp run. Oh, it's not from the Magikarp run. It was from hold on, I have it on my computer. I can play it. It's made by my friend Mandy. She used to be my chat liaison on my show a lot. I should probably get her on again sometime. It's been a long time. I always love catching up with Mandy. It's so good. Yeah, so she's like a singer-songwriter. She has like a million other talents as well. Mandy is an unfucking believably talented human being. But yeah, that was from, exactly, see, you know, that was not from the Magikarp run. I first had her make that for me because of, I was doing a shopping spree. We had a whole shopping episode in our Let's Play of a private server. It's me and my friends playing on a private server of World of Warcraft: The Burning Crusade. And in the playthrough, we had a big shopping spree episode. And I made a joke about the shopping sprees, or the makeover song from season 1 of Clone High. You know, makeover, 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 makeover. That song. And I was like, shopping spree. And I was like, oh, that should be a song. And so I hit up Mandy and I gave her the concept. And she threw that together because, again, she does this shit so fast. She's unbelievable. She's so talented. So, like, she already plays piano. And she's already a singer. And she just made that song. She's so good. It's unbelievable. Have I ever linked people her, like, album thing on... Hold on. I can find this. Surely I can find this in my DMs. If I... Mandy... And then search SoundCloud. Was this it? Hold on. Go away, pop-ups. Fucking, I don't care. Continue with Google or whatever. Just let me click on the song. What the hell? Oh my god. It's fucking... Oh my god, an account already exists with this account. We're gonna connect your credentials. Just let me log in! Are you for real? Okay, fine. Use your 8-digit code. Copy, paste. I'm allowed to go to her... It's just auto-playing one of the songs. Here's her SoundCloud. I'll put that in the description on YouTube as well. Hold on, let me like open a notepad. There, I pasted in the notepad so I don't forget to grab the link and paste in the thing later. No, she's like supremely talented human being. And she's also wonderful, just in general. Absolute bundle of joy. Very funny human being. Can't say enough nice things about Mandy. Did you hear about the new CK3 DLC? No, I haven't. What's it all about? Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys. Original Clone High was so good. Did you see the pool? They flipped the bitch. Oh my god, I love that show. I heard the new season's fucking terrible. I didn't watch it. Hey, isn't there a PowerPoint up in a plant in here? I don't remember what floor it was on. Or was that only in red? Full rework of Religion? Oh shit. I mean, Religion already was pretty in-depth before. Don't forget to link the other YouTube channel as well. Don't worry, I won't forget, I hope. Hold on, I'm going to Bulbapedia. PP up. La 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 la. Fire Red. Silph Co. It is floor 5. Dude, don't I go to floor 5 every single run for the keycard? Is it this one? Oh my god. Okay. I gotta remember that. I remember where a lot of ethers, elixirs, PowerPoint ups, I remember where a lot of those are in Pokemon challenges because I'm so used to having to get them to make sure that I don't have serious PowerPoint issues during the Elite Four. I always forget this PowerPoint up though. I always remember the 2 in Celadon because those are really easy. I don't think I even used them. No. I mean, I don't know who to use them on. One of my Pokemon feints, you know? Oh, I'm gonna send Mandy a message. There. I just sent Mandy a message. I said, hey, someone just brought up shopping spree and we got into a long conversation about how you're awesome in general, just thought you should know. Oh, and she's typing back already. I'll check that after the stream. Okay. Oh, it's past 4. That means girlfriend's off work. She'll be home soonish. Well, I gotta wrap this up soonish anyway. I mean, when she gets home, I'll cook us a nice meal. And then I'll get back to working on that Pokemon challenge. But, for those of you watching live, and those of you watching on YouTube, I guess, on the recording after, I would quite enjoy if I could stream a lot this week. So, unless health things get in the way, I do plan to stream today, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. So basically, I'm streaming every day this week, other than Sunday, because on Sunday I know I'm recording with What a Geek and Joe, recording more Ultra Moon, because we didn't get a chance to last week because Easter Sunday, I was hanging out with my mom. So we're going to be doing more of that. That'll be fun. On Thursday, which is tomorrow, I don't know how long the stream will be because I don't know how free I'm going to be. I know that in the morning I have a meeting with my YouTube network manager, which I haven't had a meeting with my YouTube network manager in 7 years. I haven't caught up with them at all. So it's going to be nice to catch up. I have no idea how that's going to go. It's not like a meeting of they have called a meeting, I am in trouble. No, I scheduled a meeting with them because I wanted to catch up with them. So I just messaged them and I talked to them hey, how's it going? You know, we haven't caught up in many years. I figure we should probably talk about how the channel's doing and everything and talk sponsorships and whatever. See if you can get me any sponsorships that are relevant to the show that I'm actually interested in. Said, you know, if I'd love to work with more food companies for healthy foods and stuff because I really like doing that. And they're yeah, we could totally help you with that, but we haven't caught up in so long. Do you want to schedule a call? And I said, yeah, absolutely. So we scheduled it for Thursday, which is tomorrow, at the day that we're streaming this. How are you enjoying Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon games? I'm loving it so far. There's some funny stuff and some bad stuff, definitely. I understand some of the complaints. The tutorial is going on for an obscenely long amount of time. But for the most part, I'm just really thoroughly enjoying it. A lot of the little things they added have been really fun so far. Regional variants are obviously one of the coolest things they have ever added to Pokemon. I'm liking all the new Pokemon that they've added so far. I don't think I've seen a single Pokemon that I think is just lame yet. Can't go bad with good food. Yeah, as long as the food's good, obviously. That's my requirement, is the food's got to be good. I've had a few people say to me, including one this week, who said, I can't believe you've never had a GamerSupps sponsorship. Or, no, I think they said, I can't believe GamerSupps has never reached out to you. Okay, well, I think they did reach out to me 6 years ago when I was really big, when I was at my peak. I don't think I responded. I'm pretty sure they reached out, but again, I didn't respond. I didn't really know what GamerSupps at the time was. But I was I don't want to I thought it was energy drinks. And I was like, I don't want to promote energy drinks. I'd rather promote like healthy eating, and energy drinks are really not great for you. So I ignored it. And I wasn't really taking many sponsorships at the time anyway. I don't think I took any sponsorships at that time. Because I just didn't need the money. Now, in retrospect, should I have said yes and banked the money just in case? Maybe, but I also had like an obscene amount of money banked back then anyway, and the only reason that I don't have that money still banked is because somebody, other than me, who was in charge of the finances, was very reckless with it and thought the money would never end no matter how many warnings I gave. But that was out of my hands, unfortunately, and it is what it is. That cookie has long since crumbled. So, hold on, I'm poisoned, aren't I? I'm not gonna risk just walking around poisoned. I can always buy more antidotes. There's nothing wrong with me just using an antidote now for safety. I am still gonna go heal, though. What floor am I on? Okay, I need to go up a floor. I think I know what you're talking about. What, the gamer subs thing? Yeah, so sorry, the gamer subs thing. I thought that it was like energy drinks, and I didn't really want to promote energy drinks because they're really not that good for you. Oh, I think there's a nugget in here. Hey! Yeah, so I didn't want to, I didn't want to take a sponsorship I didn't believe in, and I'm still stubborn about that. I still don't take sponsorships I don't believe in. I can't tell you how many times people have said, hey, just do Raid Shadow Legends, get that bag. I don't want to. Especially not Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends, it's like, you guys know, I'm not interested in Raid Shadow Legends at all. I'm not a mobile gamer like that. People always say it's like a gacha game. I don't even think that gacha games are pure evil, like some people seem to think. I have never played Genshin Impact, but my friend, Utopia Pills on Twitch, go follow her, great streamer. My friend Liana loves Genshin Impact, and she streams it all the time. She streams other stuff too, but that's the main thing she streams. And every time I watch her play that game, it actually looks like a fun game. She plays on a free account where she has never spent $1 on it, and she just works her ass off on it, and it looks like a fun time. I've told her for ages, I'm never gonna use curse, too risky. I told her for ages now that, hey, we're gonna play that together one day, and that'll be fun. In fact, you're gonna see her on this channel one day, because we're gonna do a soul lock together, or soul link, or whatever the fuck it's called. We're gonna do one of those together sometime. We've been planning that. It's gonna be fun. If you guys know her from my channel, then you probably know her from Schedule 1. We play Schedule 1 together. The VODs of that are up on this channel. You should watch it. Schedule 1's really fun. Anyway. I don't even think gacha games are pure evil. She clearly has a really fun time with that game, and it looks like a fun, well-made game. Do I like the monetary practice on it? No, not really, but I don't like the monetary practice on WWE video games either, and I still play them. What trainer class would you be in a Pokemon game? Biker? Maybe Biker. Poison type. It's got Pokemon I like. I've got the jackets. Maybe Biker. Just get sponsored by Old School RuneScape. Dude, if I could get an Old School RuneScape sponsorship, I would be thrilled. I used to play that as a kid, and I still pop my head in every once in a blue moon. What a fun game. A fun game with, like, great community practices, where they keep it authentic by making it so that anytime they want to do a change, they put it to a community vote in-game, so the actual players, not like forum members, the actual players get to vote. And it has to win with like an overwhelming majority before they make the change. That is so cool. What a great way of preserving the feel of the game. Ah. Want to see MDB in leather? You guys have seen me wear my leather jackets a million times. Wanted to watch Schedule 1 from her point of view, but it's all gone, lost to history. Yeah, I think she didn't save those VODs. Love when my fandoms overlap. I love old school RuneScape. Yeah, that's the thing is like, I'm not just a Pokemon guy. I'm not a PokeTuber. I'm not one of these people who only play Pokemon. Look at my channel. I've played hundreds of games on this show. I'm just a gamer. I like all kinds of games. Short hair, lots of Pokemon stuff. Maybe Pokefan? God, no. I'm not qualified at all to be Pokefan. I mean, if lots of Pokemon stuff... First of all, I own almost no Pokemon merch that has ever existed. I have a Drowsy stuff, like a plush, because my girlfriend got it for me. But if you mean Pokemon stuff as in, like, I've done a lot of Pokemon videos, I guess every PokeTuber ever has been Pokefan then. But that's not true. Tons of them clearly associate more with other trainers. Just me, I know you aren't a shadow. Oh no, don't say my bad. You didn't do anything wrong. But if you spin around a bit, would you be a fan then? Yeah, but not a very good one. Everyone like our MDB will be forced to take a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. Jesus, I hope not. Well, who knows? Maybe when I get in my meeting tomorrow, they're going to be like, hey, we have all these great sponsorships lined up for you that'll help pay the bills. And they're all stuff that you're, like, ethically okay with. I would love that, but I get the feeling that the things they're going to try and push on me are things oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. This. Yeah, it's not the best teleport in the world. How this guy didn't break out of the room on his own, I don't know. The beds itself are proof that Japan's toxic work culture. It's the real reason you don't have a present dad in Pokemon. He's always at work. There's probably some truth to that. Oh, whoops. All Pokemon YouTubers did Raycon ads lately. Hey, I'm up for a Raycon ad because I actually bought Raycon earbuds. I think it's like the 50 everyday whatevers. I bought those like almost a decade ago. And they were my earbuds that I used every day up until like a couple years ago when I got a different pair. And now my girlfriend uses that pair that I used to have like every day. Every day on her way to work, every day on her way home from work. Anytime she's out shopping or doing stuff, she's got her Raycons in. They still sound good. They still work great. They're just really reliable earbuds and they were a reasonable price. That's why I got them. So if Raycon wanted to sponsor me, hey, yeah, hell, I'm up for that. I'm a genuine customer. They're good earbuds. I can vouch for them. They last a long fucking time. Even the new earbuds I got don't have the battery life that those ancient Raycons do. Norman, the only father in Pokemon games, correct? Or corrected? It's implied you have... Okay, well, it's implied you have a father in all of them because you're born. But, a father is mentioned in some of them that you just don't see. I feel like the problem with taking sponsorships in general is that all the popular ones are either a scam or at least ethical thing possible. That's not true. Most of the food ones are completely, like, good. HelloFresh is a great service. I sponsor with Factor Meals, great service. Food ones are great services. Boot.dev, which I've done sponsorships for, I'm very strongly in favor of them. They just teach you coding. They teach you coding through little games and shit. It's good. Like, I've done those. I'm not lying when I show on screen that I'm doing the programming stuff. Like, no, I actually learn shit through that. That's a good skill set to have. That'll lead you to getting work. I don't know. There's all kinds of sponsorships that are perfectly ethical. There's a lot of scam sponsors out there, though. I don't know, maybe it's just because I watch, like, good YouTubers, but I never really see scam ones. I so rarely see ones where I have a big ethical problem. VPNs. I use a VPN almost every fucking day to watch stuff. I gotta watch stuff that's only in America. I gotta watch stuff that's only in Britain, you know? Like, let's mention Chimera. Yeah, Chimera is a good brand. Now, I haven't talked to them in a couple years. But it's not like there was a falling out. It's just, last I heard was they weren't doing great financially, and they said, hey, they're gonna get back to me in a few months after Christmas about maybe doing more sponsorships, and then I just never heard back from them. Maybe I gotta shoot them a message again, I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. But I always liked working with them. They were easy to work with. Very easy to work with. Literally the easiest to work with brand I've ever done anything with. Not only did they pay me up front, which is nuts, they paid me up front in full, and they didn't ask to preview the video before I aired it, because they asked it for the first one, and then they just trusted me from then on, because they're like, oh, okay, no, you do a good job. They told me once that I was the guy bringing in like the majority of the traffic, that I was their biggest YouTuber that worked with them. And I still have Chimera shirts in the other room that they sent me from the first sponsorship that are in great shape. One of them has some holes in it because of my cats. But other than that, no, it's all in great shape. I don't know. Oh, okay. I'm basically out of time right now, so I should get going. I should get working on some other stuff. But thank you everybody so much for hanging out with me. My next Nuzlocke stream will be tomorrow. Now, you know, if today's stream 1, and then I have 3 other streams this week, are all 3 of them going to be the Nuzlocke? I'm not totally sure. I kind of want to do some more Wrestling Empire, get back to Newbie Nate, but I'm also not dumb. I have bills to pay, and everyone wants to see the Pokemon stuff. As much as a lot of the Pokemon, a lot of the people who only watch Pokemon on my channel do also watch Wrestling Empire, because as I say every time, you don't need to know what wrestling is to enjoy Wrestling Empire. It's just a very goofy video game made by MDB, who makes the weirdest video games. If you've ever played like Schools Out or Hard Times, it's the same game engine and the same developer. It's insane. Oh yeah, the Honey sponsorship is scummy, although I don't blame a lot of YouTubers who took the Honey sponsorship in the past because they didn't know. It wasn't until like a year or 2 ago that people found out how Honey's business practice works and how scummy it is, which I believe they got taken to court over. Yo, I have Wrestling Empire on my phone, it's fucking fun. Yes, it is fucking fun. That's why I got a Let's Play of Wrestling Empire, and I love doing it. So I'd quite like to do more. I bought Wrestling Empire the same day that I saw your first episode. A lot of people have told me that they watch Wrestling Empire and they're like, what? This game's like $10 or something? Yeah, I'm gonna go buy this game. This looks fun as hell. It's just a goofy, fun little indie game. You don't need to know anything about wrestling. It's just a chaotic 3D fighting game. It's really fun. It's such goofy bullshit. Yeah, Millie Girl knows nothing about wrestling outside of what little I've talked about, and yet has over 2,000 hours in the video game, because it's really fun. It's so stupid and so fun. Yeah, it's free on Android. If you have a phone, it's probably free on the Apple Store too. If you have a phone, just go download Wrestling Empire and play it on your phone a little and see if you like it. I play it on Steam, because I think I play it with a controller on Steam, and it plays great. But yeah, it's also on phones. It's on like everything. It's on everything. You can get it on your Switch as well. I have it on my Switch and on Steam. Oh, it's so fun. All right, that's enough rambling. I gotta get going because I gotta get my steps in. I'm really low on my step count today, and I gotta do some cooking for my girlfriend soon. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.